For those of you that don't know who Steven Crowder is, it's this guy. He makes a lot of freaking money. He's very innovative and he has a podcast. It's very popular. But he announced a couple days ago that he was going through a divorce, saying that he picked wrong and his wife was not for him or something like that. So let's look at the whole video and see what he has to say.
Been living with a proverbial boot on my neck for going on years now. Since 2021, I've been living through what has increasingly been a horrendous divorce. Now, let me say on the outset, to be clear, there is no infidelity, any kind of physical abuse at all on either side. And no, this was not my choice. My then wife decided that she didn't want to be married anymore. And in the state of Texas, that is completely permitted. It's been the most heartbreaking experience of my life, what I consider to be my deepest personal failure. And just so you know, my opinions on parenting and families have not changed. I've always believed that children need a mom and a dad, that divorce is horrible. And I still believe that children need a mom and a dad and that divorce is horrible. But in today's legal system, my beliefs don't matter. In Texas, divorce is permitted when one party wants it, period. So for well over a year, in the best interest as well as physical safety of my children, we've decided to keep this issue private and to resolve it privately with the appropriate attorneys, what have you, legal jargon. Now, in all this, one thing I want to be really clear about is certain. True north here is that my children are blameless.
Now, that's basically, he keeps going, but we're going to stop it right there, okay? But let's see what's really going on.
That the public has a right to understand certain circumstances.
Well, my children have a right to privacy. Now, some other issues have been, or I should say, inferences have been more pernicious behind the scenes with demands and threats to use this information that they believe would be so publicly embarrassing to me and my wife at a difficult time that it could be used, knowingly putting my children in harm's way. So to those self-styled Christians, conservatives, and allies, well, not in my book.
So you see that he's acting right there. I thought the guy was being truthful when I first saw it, but he definitely is acting. You see, he's trying to implicate that Candace Owens is making this threatening allegation against him because, you know, she wants to put his kids at risk. So what he's trying to do is turn his audience against Candace Owens, who in this particular case, it did nothing wrong. And you know, I'm always, for the most part, against Candace Owens' commentary, but she did nothing wrong. You see, Steven Crowder understands if he's gonna pick on somebody to give an example of who to pick on, he's going to use an easy target, or so he thinks. He picks on the black lady, the black woman, to go ahead and say, out of all conservatives who try to throw me...
No, that ain't it, O'Shea. That ain't it. I think it's just a woman, period.
The bus, let me pick on the black lady because she has absolutely no power. And then I can say and use my audience that Candace Owens, who's with the Daily Wire, who doesn't own the Daily Wire, but let me use her to do my stuff with. Let me use her as a temperature check to see if this works, to get everybody on her. And if she comes back after me, well, she's black, they're not gonna take her side. They'll take my side. That's what he's trying to do. And this is
that's a hell of a reach, O'Shea. God damn, what the hell?
Exactly why he never went after anybody else in the conservative party at all, or conservative political channels. He went after her on purpose because she is black. That's what I believe, right? But then Candace Owens claps back. Play that clip.
So first up, let's talk about Steven Crowder. A lot of you guys have probably seen his live stream this morning where he brings me up. So we're going to have to respond to that, obviously, because he makes some pretty heavy implications and insinuations in his video that are so patently false that it's shocking to me that a man with his following would be stupid enough to put this onto a platform.
And he is stupid. He's definitely stupid because he underestimated her. Now, let me just say this. In his first video, he talks about that his wife wanted
Ooh, you got a good looking wife.
to leave him. He talks about that he chose the wrong woman.
Yep.
His wife didn't want to stay married to him. And what he figures is that Candace Owens, if she comes up with a rebuttal, conservatives won't believe her because of her position. She's a black woman married to a white man. So if he's going to get into a war with somebody, surely getting in a war with her is, he's expecting that white people on the conservative side will choose him over her if there's a war.
But this is some insider, this is some violation of privacy type shit. But nobody's talking about that part. But he wrong for this.
Play that clip.
So a bit of breaking news that just happened. And before we get to it, I just want to back up and tell you why we are discussing this breaking news, because it's occurred to me that there are some people out there who believe that to be a conservative, what it means is that we become tribal and we defend other conservatives even when they do things that are wrong, that we don't discuss things that are horrible on our own side because we need to just make sure that we score wins in other ways, and that is wrong. So that to me is the exact opposite of why I have this platform.
That's good shit, because that don't make you no different from the left if that's all you gonna do on the right. That's good shit.
I am not tribal. I want to expose things when they are bad on the left, and I will also expose things when they are bad on the right. Obviously, I have been interested in the Steven Crowder saga pertaining to his divorce because he literally inserted me into his divorce a couple of days ago. And his wife and family are now speaking out regarding that video in which he told people publicly that his wife was leaving him. You remember this. He chose wrong. And he essentially made it sound as if he did not want his marriage to end, but his wife simply wanted to leave. Well, she has responded by giving video, and I want to prep you. I want you to know this is a horrific video. It is very difficult to watch. It's especially difficult to watch because in this footage, she is 8 months pregnant. And the video essentially reveals just how emotionally abusive he has been. And she is alleging that he has been emotionally abusive to her. And this video all but confirms it. So let's first get to the footage. I'm just going to allow you to watch it in its entirety.
I drew a boundary. I drew a boundary. No, you just did it. I drew a boundary of abusive and cruel. You were not taking the car. Because if you refuse to do wifely things, then I will go pick up the groceries.
Everything the groceries. I'd be happy.
Steaks, wood pellets, my grill. I know it's an unreasonable request, but I'll go do it. How about you first?
She's 8 months pregnant, dog. You can't just take over the responsibility for a few more months.
Hillary, how do you respect the man? Yes. How do you man? How do you man receive love from that?
Respect.
No. How do you man? No, you're not taking the car.
Steven,
You're not taking the car.
Steven,
You are not.
then I
taking
will ask them to pick me up. Would you like me to ask?
Oh, that's right.
It's not respect, Steven.
Get an Uber.
Okay, Steven, I can't.
Feeling some constraints?
What
Steven.
Like, I can't
Steven.
go. Listen to me. You want to walk out right now? Listen to me. I can't go to the gym. I can't go to my parents. I can't call my friends. I can't be home. You're going to take the car and leave me here. Hillary, just think of how boxed in you've made me.
What do you need me to pick up? I'll get it. I'll be back when I'm back.
No, that doesn't work either. You'll be back when you're back. That doesn't work either.
Steven,
Do you understand the difference between my life being set to the second and you going, I'll be back when I'm back?
Steven.
The only way out of this is discipline and respect. It's the only way out of it, or we're at an impact.
You know what? I think the red pill. See, I think the red pill niggas need to talk about this shit right here. He sounds just like one of them niggas off the podcast. I ain't even gonna hold you. Like I think this might be a little bit too much red pill. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, y'all gotta learn how to talk to women. This is not okay. She is I don't know how many 8 months pregnant, and you're doing this? Dog, you're gonna have to be LeBron and carry the team until she's ready to get back on the court. Of course, women and men have we have Rose in a relationship. She's pregnant. You're gonna have to take care of the Rose, bruh. Come on.
We are in a good pass.
Good. Because you can't have any discipline or respect.
Steven.
Yeah. There you go. You throw your hand, you give up so easily.
I don't give up, Steven.
Hillary,
Steven?
you give up so easily. I just said the only way out of this is discipline and respect. You said, then we're at an impasse.
Steven, no, we are at an impasse, okay? I love you, but Steven, your abuse is sick. Your abuse
Watch it.
is sick.
Watch it. Watch it.
I'm gonna let go. I'll get what you need me to get. And I need some space. We need to just stop engaging for a little bit, okay? I love you. I love you very much.
I don't love you. That's the big problem.
Whoa. I've never received love from you.
I've never received love from you. And the fact is, when I go, look, I need you to do A, B, C, and D, you just be disciplined about it. You go, no. But I love you more than life itself. Okay. Put on some gloves. No. But I love you more than life itself. That's not fair.
Wow, this is a clip, dog. Ain't no telling what you be doing on a regular
It's
basis.
not fair, and it's disingenuous. Hillary, you're right. We're at an impasse. Become someone, let's see me, day in and day out, worthy of a wife. No, not as a wife. I didn't say as a wife.
As a wife.
Hillary, come on now.
I'm not gonna engage. I'm not gonna engage anymore. I'm gonna go. I'll get text me what you need. I'll get you what you need. I love you. I'm committed to you.
Put on some gloves. Are you committed enough to do those things?
I'm not gonna.
Are you committed enough to do those things? You're not committed to anything. You're not committed to anything. You just said I love you. I'm committed to it. Walk the dogs. Put on some gloves. Walk the dogs. Put on some gloves. Are you committed enough to do those things?
Walk the dog.
Committed enough to do those things? Are you committed enough to do those things?
I'm gonna just
Walk the dogs. Put on some gloves. Are you committed enough to get the medication the dogs take? Don't you take.
As the Crowders head inside, Steven gets angrier and angry, and by his own admission, screams, "I will fuck you up." Oh my God.
So that is both heartbreaking and infuriating for me to watch. I
Wow.
cannot even comprehend how any man can speak to a woman like that, least of all when she is 8 months pregnant. And sadly, that isn't the worst part of that correspondence.
You see, what Steven Crowder thought was, okay, let me throw the black lady under the bus and she'll come back and try to retort against me, but it'll just be her words against mine, and then there's no proof. And I can try to scathe her by saying, like, listen, she was trying to threaten me, threaten my family, all of this. But you didn't expect to have your footage of you being abusive to your white pregnant wife.
Wow, Crowder. Oh, man. Let me see what his views look like now. 5.9. I mean, he's doing fairly well. I mean, I guess we'll see over the past few weeks what his views will start looking like. I doubt they'll go down though. I doubt it. But this is terrifying.
Because he never thought that Candace Owens would pull that out. But see, that's the whole situation. Because see, if Candace Owens would have ever came after him with the evidence like that, he believes that, hey, look, she'll be out. Look what happened with Don Lemon. We talked about white people or the white conservative lady. So he was trying to use racism, in my honest opinion. I know you guys think I'm crazy, but this is what I believe. He picked on her specifically. But see, what he didn't think is that Candace Owens is going to use his own white wife. And now he's putting it out there that it's you being rude to your own white pregnant wife. Now, Candace Owens is the one that's delivering the information. You see? But that is how subtle racism works. Steven Crowder was picking on her at first because she was an easy target. This is the reason why I try to tell brothers and sisters, right? You got to develop your own stuff. When you integrate into things as a black conservative or a black Democrat within things like this, you think that you're covered on one side, but these people still will use you as a scapegoat, and they will try things with you they won't try with their own white people.
that's O'Shea Duke Jackson. I just thought I'd show y'all that right there. In my opinion, Steven, this is real crazy on your part. This is two-faced. This is psychopath. This is, I mean, is you know, see, when you do stuff like this, you now have to question everything that he says on his videos. Like, does he believe half the things that he say? Kind of like Tucker Carlson. You know, Tucker got fired, and behind the scenes, he would definitely back Donald Trump, but behind the scenes, he secretly hated that man with a passion. For all that ass kissing that he was doing on television, and everybody thought that Tucker and Don Lemon were powerful people, but in the end, you got a boss. You can be fired. You gotta own your own shit. If you got a boss, you are not that high up to not get fired. I don't care if you're an executive or whatever. You still can get fired.